actually found some nice logs that have been left for me, so I've just been using them to hammer the stakes in. So that's my second stake done. I'll just continue till I've done all four. Making a hollow in the ground help with air circulation, because what I'm going to do is lay a bed of fairly dry wood on top like that, so airflow can come under here. We start our fire off here, and it should be a good foundation for a fire. So I've done the base now there, as you've just seen. Log to sit on, should I say. Managed to find some old bits that have been chainsawed down, so that's a fairly big bit of wood, so that can be a table. I've got my axe on that bit over there, and what I've done over here is just started grading my wood that I'm going to burn tonight. So I've got medium stuff there. There's plenty of dead wood all over this. All over here, you just have to look for it. It's someone's built a shelter down there. But with this being beach, one thing you cannot mistake is there's nothing on the ground. Nothing grows in beach areas. It's because the leaves, I'm not sure if it's classed as a broadleaf, but it has a lot of leaves on the canopies. So that doesn't allow sunlight obviously to penetrate through the canopy, and nothing grows. Yeah, so as I was saying, can you actually see me then? So as I was saying, we're in middle of February. Obviously I'm hot because I've been doing all this, but as soon as I got here after the hike, took my fleece off, I've been fine ever since. I suspect the temperatures will drop tonight. The forecast has said it's about 8 degrees today and about 10 degrees tomorrow. How true that is remains to be seen. So yeah, it's going good. So I've got the fire set up. I'm going to do myself some more wood now. Get that really stocked up for tonight. Well, it's certainly thirsty work. Just water. I quite like new water. My table works. So what I'm doing now is just preparing the kindling. Kindling should always sound like the fire itself, so nice cracks. So it's not too damp. This should burn really well. All the woods in this, apart from the pine, all beech is a hard wood, so it should burn for a long time. So just sorting out there. So I'll get a big pile going and bring you back in. This is live wood now. But it's dead. It's fallen live wood. It's only just fallen, this tree. So the first bit I've got here is about twice the thickness of my thumb. A knocking stick. Very handy tool to have around camp. The next one is I'll turn that into a skewer for meat tonight. And these two, I'm going to split down the ends so they're about the thickness of my thumb. I'm going to split them down the ends and make candle holders. So I'll show you how I do each of these now. Just because you're in the woods doesn't mean to say that you can't find other resources. Obviously someone's had a go at building a shelter here and they've left a lot of string, so why not use the string instead of, you know, make life easy for myself. It's not cheating, it is, well, it appears to be actually natural string as well. So I'm just going to take a bit of this. There we go. That should do me for the whole weekend. Well, that didn't take much. It comes off like paper on an old tree. Yes, it is wet, but it can be dried out. In fact, if it's not brittle, I've got an idea for that. Back at camp. Okay, so all I've done is rolled the knife basically around. Wood. This is going to be my camp knocking stick. All I'm doing now is taking out the bark off. And all I'm doing this for really is to differentiate it between every other bit of wood, every other twig or whatever you want to call it, in the woods. That didn't sound right, did it? Anyway, differentiates it between everything else that looks like this. And all I'm going to do is get some of this kindly donated cordage from whoever built that shelter. And all I'll try and do is whip it, get it in the centre-ish. Okay, so just done a couple of lashings round, tied some big old granny knots in the end of the pigtails, just pull it through. There we have a bashing stick. Now what I'll do now is just take a bit of the bark off the end, tidy up the end, and then I'll be able to see it visibly more better. There it is, finished. Just by coincidence, over here, get myself a little hook, so it can just hang on there. That's them two done. Got splits down, don't know if you can see that, but there we go. I've split them down so far. For this, I don't need to lash it here, I don't think. I'll put a couple of crude points on the end. Now, with my birch bark, see how it naturally wants to go. I think it's that way. Might need a knife for this little job. Thought I might make some candle holders, obviously. There you go. With Bushcraft, we like to make things, I mean I could lash that if I wanted to, keep it in there, but to be honest with you, that's okay for one. And I know I'm waffling again, there's no need for it, and just to shut up. made myself a skewer out of some hazel, and all I've done is taken the outer bark off. The outer bark off to stop any parasites or anything like that getting into the meat. I'm going to use chicken. Our ancestors could have used anything really. Nice sharp point, and then we'll skewer some meat and do it over the fire later on. Let's see if I can take that end off, see if this knife's as good as what I think it is, and it is. Like I say, Mora knives, absolutely brilliant. Okay, so I'll just show you what is on the menu. I've got my cook set as normal. The Yellowstone one. Fire's going good now. Didn't take it very long at all to get going. Right, okay, in there I've got some I think it's paprika, mixed herbs, that kind of thing. Just something I made myself. In here is not Saxo table salt. It's actually some salt I made myself by boiling seawater. For anybody that wants to try and make your own salt out of seawater, when basically you boil the pan dry, keep your eye on it, don't let the pan go brown, but just be aware as it starts drying out, the salt, the actual salt water starts spitting as it creates salt. So just because I had to clean up my mate's stove after I made it, but I've got a little bit of sea salt. I've got a couple of apples, a couple of what are they, satsumas, something like that. I've got an onion, I've got baked potato, which I might do tomorrow night. I've got some veg, I've got some chicken that I'm going to skewer, and I've got some eggs. So I thought I'll have a go at making bannock. So I've brought the ingredients here and I'll bring you back in a second. So I'm going to do 1 part dried milk, 2 parts flour, a little bit of salt, mixed with that, and water. That's all I'm doing. So I'll crack on with that and I'll bring you back in a sec. A little bit of salt. That kind of boiling water put in your pan straight onto flames will blacken your equipment. Like I've said in previous videos, mine are pretty black anyway. They've got copper bottoms, these ones, as I've said before, but all mine I try and clean them up the best I can, but it's just inherent in this style of cooking. Just going to do myself a couple of oxo cubes to drink. Getting very peckish now, it's that time of night. It's 4:45, be going dark soon. So I need to try and show you as much as I can today for what I'm about to cook while it's still light. So that's the kettle boiled, or the water boiled should I say. Leave that to one side. Just diced me chicken up into fairly big chunks. I'm just going to sort my onion out now, alternating a piece of onion with a piece of chicken, trying to get the fat bits in the middle. I'm making myself a little kebab. I'm going to have to cook all this meat off because otherwise it'll go rancid. Put some of this stuff on it. Taste, hopefully, and then we'll get that on the fire. So there we go, got the kebab on the skewer, a little twig live wood there with a Y on it, just cooking it over the embers now. Might take a while, might have to build the fire up a little bit. Next thing we want to do is get the dough wrapped around this, and then I'll tell you how that, show you how that goes. Just noticed there's a bit of green wood on the end of it. Just there. It actually just tastes like bread. Quite surprised. There's a hint of the herbs that I put in there. Yeah, it's alright. I like it.